Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? RJD here. And of course, we are here. Welcome to Ray Sean Ology. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up for me. Yes, yes. As we get things rocking and rolling. Absolutely. Come on. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Where's my applause? There we go. There we go. What's up, everybody? I hope all is well. The summer seems to have joined us. The water has been drunk. We are highly, highly excited. And listen, I hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome to Ray Seanology. As always, let's hit the like button. Subscribe to the show. Listen, y'all. Follow me, RJD, RJ699 on X, aka the Twitter, RJD199 on Rumble, and Ray Seanology on YouTube. So, listen, we normally do things a little bit different. We normally do things a little bit different here, but what we are going to do is we are going to look at multiple videos today. That's right, multiple. Normally, we get the video, we look at the video, let's talk about the video, and we talk about it. But today, we are trying something new. It's called growth. And we are going to be looking at a couple of things, discussing a couple of things, and then rocking out with a couple of things. So that is what we're doing today. Hopefully, everybody's good. Like I said, first thing I want to talk about today, man, your boy Trump is wilding. Trump and Elon is wilding, man. Oh, well, more so Elon than Trump. Man, oh man, that is some scary stuff. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. Yeah, we always add the music for lasting effects. Y'all know how I do. Come on, man. But man, I don't know what's going on with Trump and Elon. There's been a lot going on. There has been a hell of a lot. You hear me?
You stupid.
A hell of a lot going on with Elon and Trump. And man, oh man, it is getting ugly. It is getting nasty. But let's go and see what we got going on here. We are not talking about a travel ban. We are talking about Trump and Musk as the feud erupts. Let's see what we got.
Bad news for Musk's company, Tesla, the very same car Trump simmering tension. Today was an all-out brawl on social media. At first, they came to blows over the so-called big, beautiful bill. The Trump-backed...
Now, first things first, shout out to... We're going to shout out the proper people. Shout out to the EYL brothers, especially Ian Dunlap, the master investor. Shout out to him because you got to give credit where credit is due. He said, I give this about a year. I think he said I give it about a year or two before they start to butt heads. And I don't know if that brother has a crystal ball, but he be knowing. And then he pulls up the tweets because I do follow him, and he pulls up the tweets. And there it is. He called it. And at one point, you got to understand, Elon is in a position where, yes, he helped Trump win. He promoted, he lifted everything from X. He jumped on board with Trump. He helped him win the presidency. Did he need Elon? Who knows? That's debatable. But at the end of the day, he did help him win. And why? Because he has, a vested interest. If I help the president for the next 4 years, I could get some of this stuff done that help my companies, the Starlinks, the Teslas, and all of that. And then, I'm good with the Republicans. JD Vance is coming in behind me. And for the next 4 years after Trump, I'm involved. We got this Doge. We saving the country money. So he jumped in, obviously, to help his companies. But he also jumped in because, like, an appointed government position where you could just he can go in, he could see where the money is, where we could cut this, where we could do that. He's trying to run things like a businessman, but
You stupid.
ain't nobody bigger than the program, bruh. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. How you gonna sit up here and talk junk about the president? Some things you can't come back from. I'm a big wrestling fan. Remember when CM Punk came out and said the apology has to be just as big as the disrespect or whatever? I'm paraphrasing. He jumped in there and said, yo, the apology got to be just as public as the disrespect. Now, I'm not going to bring all that up. This is not What the Wrestling. Go follow that. Hit the like button. But you can't blast the president publicly and then be like, I'm sorry, in private, and then everything is all good. Nah, man, it don't roll like that. So I don't know what's going to happen moving up soon. He was sitting over there in the Oval Office with a black eye. So maybe they had a heating shouting match. He got mad. He took to Twitter. He went Twitter fingers, which is what you don't do.
Nope.
People, you got a problem. Don't go Twitter fingers. I know social media age, AI, I get it. But no, talk to the man directly. Now, you have access to the president. So not like you can't call him or get in touch with him. You was just hand in hand with the president for how long? How many months now? 6 months? 6 months you hand in hand with the president. So don't tell me, oh, I couldn't call him. Nah, nonsense. But that is still the president. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the president of the free world, I don't want no smoke with that guy. I don't want no smoke with that guy. I don't. So we gotta use our heads. And at the end of the day, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world by far. And is he used to playing with others? Is he used to working with people when he doesn't get his way? Because in the real world, you don't always get your way. And you can't bully everybody into submission. It don't always work like that. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Let's see what they got going on here.
Budget that gutted incentives for electric vehicles. Bad news for Musk's company, Tesla, the very same car Trump paraded on the White House lawn this spring. Now, Musk called the budget.
And what I will say is that White House Tesla advertisement is crazy. That's crazy. He literally had a whole billboard. I mean, he didn't have a literal billboard, but he had a whole advertisement on the White House lawn. Like it was a Tesla car show on the White House lawn. So these two were like thick as thieves, and then it all falls apart not even a year or two later. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's keep it going.
Bill, an abomination that would add $2.5 trillion to the national debt, and told his followers to kill the bill.
So you cannot. Elon Musk is like, let's save, let's save, let's save. Trump is like, we got a big, beautiful bill. We're going to have this big, beautiful bill. It's beautiful. It's big. It's going to be a great bill. But at the end of the day, if you deep dive into the bill, and I have not looked at the bill yet, I think as of now it's on the Senate floor. I definitely need to go read the bill and see what's in it. But somebody, and I said this. Stop the show. Somebody, some president got to address this debt deficit. Somebody got to attack it. They cannot continue to kick the can down the road. They can't. $37 trillion in debt. And this is going to add to the debt. So eventually, the house of cards will collapse. You can't, it's not sustainable. Somebody got to address it. And at the end of the day, when it does get addressed, there will be pain. And most of the time, when there's stuff that happens, it's not the rich that get hurt. It's not the ultra poor that get hurt. It's the people in the middle class, working class. Those are the people that suffer the most when pain comes into the market or pain comes to the U.S. Why? Because the rich can sustain it because they're rich. So they have the money, the resources, and the assets to sustain themselves through a tough time. But then you have the poor, and there's hundreds and hundreds of programs to help people get through the day, people get food, make sure people get apartments and shelter. The bare necessities. Now you won't be living a life of luxury, but there are things out there for you. They're out there for you. Who gets hit? The goddamn middle class. Because you ain't rich enough to sustain, and you're maybe one or two paychecks away from, being broke and having bad things happen to you. So somebody's got to address this damn debt deficit in the next year or two. Somebody's going to have to do it.
Less than a week ago, Trump celebrated Musk's work with Doge in the Oval Office.
He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon.
Well, Musk now claiming President Trump would have lost the election without his help. The tech billionaire poured more than $250 billion into Trump's campaign, but now the president likens him to another disgruntled former employee. Here's ABC Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce. Mary.
Tonight, the stunning collapse
This
of an alliance
is
between the
terrible.
President of the United States and the world's richest man, their relationship exploding in front of the world. In the Oval Office, President Trump for the first time addressing Elon Musk $1 billion to the national debt. Today, Trump accusing Musk of being out for himself, angry that the bill cuts the electric vehicle tax credits that benefit Tesla.
So he mad because it cuts the tax credits, which might be true. But if it does add to the deficit, Elon's right too. So they're both right. They're both right.
Owners.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out they were going to have to cut the EV mandate.
Musk left the administration just 5 days ago. He had a black eye. Trump revealing today he offered Musk makeup.
You saw.
So I want to know what's going on with that black eye. Were they fighting in the Oval Office? Like what happened here? Like what's going on there? It was throwing bows?
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know.
A man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, "You want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very.
Posting,
Okay.
"This bill was never shown to me even once." The president
So somebody's lying.
firing back, posting Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. And tonight, Trump is now threatening Musk's $20 billion in government contracts, saying the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts.
Now that's
Stop it. Get some help.
not only did he say that's not happening, he said the easiest way to save money on our budget is billions of dollars is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. That one tweet sent Tesla stock down, I think 12%. It ended up 12%. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Let's go to Tesla. All right, so yesterday, now Tesla had a good bounce back. I don't know if y'all can see this, but Tesla had a good bounce back. Let's look at the chart. Oh, X that out. X this out. Tesla had a good bounce back. So they were hovering around 367. As soon as that tweet went out, as soon as that damn tweet went out, they went to all the way to 272 off one tweet. Now they did bounce back today, and if I'm not mistaken, let me check. They did bounce back today, and if I'm not mistaken, Tesla is up, I think, 4 or 5% on the day. So they had a bounce back, but you don't find that crazy that one tweet could send your stock plummeting? Like, I find that absolutely crazy. Let me see. Tesla today is up 5%, 4.5%. So Tesla's up 4.5% after being down 12. I think they ended up down 12% yesterday. It's crazy. It's crazy. One tweet. So they're going back and forth. But then, what did Elon say about him on Twitter? Then Elon went absolutely nuts and started tweeting crazy. I want to see the tweets talking about he was with Epstein and all that. Let's see.
However you go.
Yesterday he got mad and he was like, "Listen, people don't know Trump is in the Epstein files." I was like, "What? What are we talking about? This dude is nuts." Like he really looked bad here. Elon didn't look all that great.
War of words still ramping up between President Trump and Elon Musk, the two of them going back and forth.
All night last night.
Exactly where the relationship starts. And I wanted to share the very latest comment from Elon.
So Elon says, time to drop the really big bomb. Tags Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been public. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Elon Musk is time to drop the really big bomb. President Trump at real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. And earlier on in the Oval Office, President Trump foreshadowing perhaps these comments getting personal, because before President Trump did state that up until that point, wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So the latest comment once again from Elon Musk is
let me go back.
Just went crazy. So the latest comment, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So
oh, who's lying?
the latest comment once again from Elon Musk is he is taking off the gloves right there, saying, quote, time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. So no doubt we are going to be hearing from President Trump as he doesn't take personal attacks lightly and not known to
This is bad. So first things first, before we get into all that, first things first, you cannot, oh my God, you cannot just go talking junk about the president and think that everything is going to be all smooth, all gravy, and everything's okay. Everything's not okay. Everything's not okay, because now he did put out a tweet that I did see, and he said the president, Donald Trump, will be out in 4 years. 40 years from now, I'll still be running my company. Now that's a bar. That's a bar, because he's right. If he just waits out, he could wait Trump out for 3-4 years. The next person to come in, probably, I don't know, the Democrats looking shaky at best right now. And so who knows? Might be JD Vance. JD Vance talks well, nice family, looks good in the public, knows how to handle himself during the debate, knows how to answer questions. He's still elusive, but common sense. Republicans look like they might have another 4 years at least. So, and I don't know anybody who's going to pop their head up for the Democrats. Not at the moment. Maybe we'll see something in 2 years, but as of right now, I don't see it. So Elon could wait him out, but disrespecting the president is not a good move, not in the short term, because it could do your company's harm. So we're going to have to monitor the situation. We will keep at it, and we'll see what's going on. So we will move right along. As we move on to the next topic, as always, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Tiger uppercut.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to talk about something else going on. And matter of fact, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Trump bans travel. Why? I have no idea, but let's talk about it. Trump travel ban. All right, let's see what we got going on with this Trump travel ban. All right, so Trump's travel ban. Let's see. Now, this was about a week ago.
Where the president's focus is right now. Travel ban and Biden. Let's explain. President Trump just signed a new travel ban blocking people from 12 countries in the Middle East, Africa, and the Caribbean from entering the United States, citing what he calls national security threats. The White House official tells CNN the president made the final call here to issue the ban after the anti-Semitic attack in Boulder, Colorado. The suspect, an Egyptian national, has been charged with a federal hate crime and attempted murder. Egypt, though, is not on the banned list this time.
Yeah, that was wild. Somebody had a cocktail or a makeshift flamethrower or something. That was what is going on? That was crazy. That was crazy.
Trump announced the new move in an Oval Office video.
The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country.
Now, the Boulder, Colorado thing, they're saying that was a terror attack. I don't know if it was or not. I got to look into it. But now, because of that, is that his excuse to ban a bunch of people that he was trying to ban anyway? I don't know. Let's see the countries that he banned.
By the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them.
So this really is a throwback to one of the messiest chapters of Trump's first term. His travel ban then barred entry.
I mean, yeah. If you don't overstay your visa, renew it, apply for citizenship, do what you got to do. Don't come in illegally, especially not now. Now is not the time for that.
Into the United States from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. And you'll remember it set off a wave of legal challenges. It was put on hold, it was revised, and then eventually repealed under President Biden. TBD on what happens now as he resurrects. The president has responded to this, calling the accusations and the investigation, quote, ridiculous, because they believe that having travel from these different countries is a national security threat. But
all right.
well, this travel ban that we saw him sign goes way farther than the ban that he signed during his first term. This one has 12 countries in it. A couple include Afghanistan, Myanmar.
All right, so we got Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of Congo, Guinea, Eritrea, Yemen, Sudan, Libya, Iran, Haiti. Haiti. See, I'm like, every time I see stuff like this, I always ask, why? Why Haiti? Why Haiti? Why Sudan? Why Afghan? Like, why? Why all of a sudden? Well, I'm sure things like this happen all the time, that they ban travel. But why are you banning these only 12? And why now? What's trying to happen here? What's about to happen, or what's in the works that you want to do this now? So I don't know. This is very interesting.
Also, I noticed Burma, Chad, the Republic of Congo, many others, Haiti, Iran, the list goes on, for full restrictions of nationals who can come into the United States and those countries. And then there's another 7 countries, Kate, where they face partial travel restrictions. That includes Cuba, Sierra Leone, Venezuela. Again,
Sierra Leone.
goes on. Now, we did hear the president.
All right, so we have partial bans in Venezuela, Cuba, Laos, and full bans over here in this region right here, the Middle East, obviously. But I don't understand why. The why is what always gets me, because why are you doing this now? What do you know? And why Haiti? Full ban from Haiti? Shout out to my Haitians, man. What's wrong with my Haitians? I don't know.
In that video that you shared, he also said that other countries could be added to this list if he believes that they are threats to the United States. Take a listen to how he put it.
What if you can create your...
Oh, hell no. I got to turn on I have to turn on the other ad. All right, so let's wait for the ad to skip, and then we bring it back.
We cannot safely we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States. The list is subject to revision based on whether material improvements are made, and likewise new countries can be added as threats emerge around the world. But we will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
Well, you know what I see on here? I see, we got a lot of black and brown countries, but they're letting people from South Africa in. I'm going to leave that one there. Just saying. So I don't know what's going on with this travel ban.
Added to this list in the sense that
The process I think, has just been so formative to everything they've done in these first 4 or 5 months. They learned.
Yeah.
They learned, and they understood, okay, we can't do it this way. The court said that's a problem, we're going to fix
Which is
it.
why we're probably, and then at the same time, that doesn't stop there from being legal problems, but it's a different approach. You guys, let me take it to the side. What are you thinking this time around with this list of countries, for example, or an approach?
Well, I mean, they're saying that this wasn't in response to the attack that happened in Boulder, but yet, it comes just days after that attack in Boulder, and that individual was from Egypt, and Egypt is notably not on the list
Okay.
of
So you don't think
countries
this is
that
sitting in a drawer somewhere? It feels like
That's what I'm saying. Egypt is, I didn't see Egypt on here.
they've been waiting.
They've been working and waiting on it, and I think to Phil's point, they've really taken their time and been more precise. I think this is going to immediately come to the courts. There's going to be a challenge. Let's
Look
see
at
what
this.
happens, but it's going to play out in the legal system.
So the American Immigration Council weighing in, saying these travel bans do nothing to make us safer or more prosperous. They harm our economy and indiscriminately punish immigrants who otherwise qualify to come. And I raise this because some of these are war-torn areas. Like,
Yeah, this is weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, why these countries and why now? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. But we will see. We will monitor the situation. We will keep it up to date, and we will see what's going on. Now, we gotta move into some news that kind of got me and it kind of shocked me. And right now, I'm just like the stupidity level is.
It's over 9,000.
Gentlemen. Sometimes it's better to leave. What in the blue hell are we doing?
You stupid.
Let's check this one out.
Camera of fright crash, and investigators
That's nuts.
believe the man responsible is looking to turn his car into a deadly weapon.
That driver, Anderson Singleton, is facing a list of charges tonight and will remain in custody for now as a Wake County judge decides to keep him in jail.
CBS 73 James joins us live. He spoke to witnesses who say Singleton told him he wanted to die. Hear it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Russ and Les. In fact,
Let's hit him. That's an L. That is an L. That is an L. You cannot use your car as a deadly weapon. That is never, ever the answer. Violence is not the answer. You know what's better? Just leave. Hey, I'm out. She causing you that much stress? Just be gone.
it's one of the reasons today the judge decided to add more charges against Singleton, including now domestic violence assault, as well as trespassing.
I got to get a crash out. A crash out thing. Like, crash out?
You stupid.
As well as causing threats against his wife, they say. This on top of the other charge, of course, of using his car as a deadly weapon in that crash caught on camera.
Yo,
Head-on car crash caught on camera.
that's
Just a snapshot
nuts.
of what passerby Jorge Bravo saw unfold as his SUV's dash cam recorded.
No one was ejected. Thankfully, everyone was wearing their seatbelt.
Then,
Jesus.
as he saw and heard up close after rushing over to the smoldering wreckage here on Rock Quarry Road between Fuck Ridge Manor and Southgate Drive in Raleigh Saturday morning at exactly 5:57, according to Bravo's dash cam.
Damn.
He tried to help the injured, including 33-year-old Anderson.
Bruh. Seriously?
Singleton. Investigators say Singleton intentionally caused the crash.
He was like, "Oh, that's not an accident. I was trying to kill my wife and myself. We were fighting each other, trying to kill each other. We were definitely going to the psych ward." And I thought that was a very interesting thing for him to just kind of
Definitely going to the psych ward. What? Nah, they got a place for you. It ain't the psych ward.
blurt out. And he just like confessing all this.
Watch as we slow down the video. Raleigh police say Singleton behind the wheel of this black Honda CR-V on the right of your screen.
Jesus.
Line, swerving into oncoming traffic and right into this brown Toyota Camry, injuring the two men inside. Singleton's wife, who was in the car with him, was also injured in the crash.
I noticed the passenger side, a woman on the black sedan, kind of just falls out of the passenger door and just kind of just lays there.
According to court documents, officers said Anderson Singleton did not appear to be impaired at the time of the crash. During his arraignment Monday, the judge ordered Singleton to
Hey, he did this sober.
Nope.
stay away from his wife and deny bond on the charges, which include domestic violence assault and stalking to assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, careless and reckless driving, and crossing into oncoming traffic. And police say both of the victims, the passengers in both cars, were taken to Wake Med with severe but non-life-threatening injuries. Meanwhile, Singleton and the other driver weren't seriously injured, and so far, no next court date has been set for Singleton as the investigation continues. For now, live outside Wake County Justice.
Bruh, come on, man.
Tiger uppercut.
Finish him.
We cannot continue to do this, gentlemen. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away. If you got to get to the point where you got your wife in the car and she's irking your nerves so much that you want to delete her and yourself by driving into oncoming traffic, bruh, I think it might be time to hang them up. Just hang them up. Just say no.
Nope.
Just say no. If she's doing that much, just leave. If she cheat, just leave. She annoying you, just leave. Tell her to leave. If it's your crib, if it's her crib, you leave. Whatever. This is not worth it. This is stupid.
You stupid.
This is stupid. This is dumb. Let's not do this anymore. Gentlemen, talking to us. Things like this make us look crazy. Now, I know women could get on your nerves and make you look crazy if you let them, but this ain't it. This is not the answer. So, Mr. Singleton is behind bars. Don't think he's getting out anytime soon. So, yeah. It's a wrap for that. So, I want to end on this as we switch gears here. I want to end on this right here. By the way, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. All right, so we all know what's been going on. And at the end of the day, when it comes to the LGBTQ community, and like I said, people, they could do what they want to do. But when it comes to this community and in sports and trans athletes in sports, a lot of people ain't feeling that. And I don't know why. I don't know why people thought that people would be okay with that. Like, me personally, I don't understand why you would think that little girls being in a room with men that have on dresses in the bathroom or in the locker room is okay. I didn't think, I don't know where they got that idea that would be okay. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to have a little bit of common sense. This is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. I get all that. That's all awesome. But we got to have a little bit of common sense, just a little bit. Let's see what we got going on.
Where the high school track and field championships are now taking place. They
all right.
watch around the country.
All right.
Again, everyone, I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Kathy Barr, in for Michael Brownlee. One of the athletes is a transgender girl from Harupa Valley High School, and some people are not happy that she is competing. The debate even capturing the attention of President Trump, who doesn't think
oh man, they ain't happy about this.
Transgender athletes should be able to compete against biological girls. NBC4's Christian Cousin has traveled to Clovis, where the track and field meet is happening right now. Christian.
Well, guys, I have to tell you, I spoke to several of these athletes today, and they tell me just being here, participating in the CIF championship just gets so much pressure on their plates. But one student in particular is getting more attention today, and of course, that is A.B. Hernandez. She's a trans athlete from Harupa Valley High School, participating in the girls' high jump and long jump varsity, and the girls' triple jump.
All right, high jump, long jump, and triple jump. That's what she competes in, y'all.
Later this afternoon. Now, this comes after she won titles in the CIF Southern California section. Now, take a look here. This is the championship here at Penn High School in Clovis. Now, I spoke to AB's mother, Nadeda, today. She tells me that her heart breaks every single time she sees her child being attacked, not for wrongdoing, but simply for being who they are. Now, in a statement, she added, "My child is a transgender student athlete, a hard-working, disciplined, and passionate young person who just wants to play sports, continue to build friendships, and grow into their fullest potential like any other child." Now, this is some video that she shared with a school athlete and those who oppose a trans student competing in the girls' sport competition.
They should females.
Oh, Jesus. They had a whole Whoa. Wow.
The field. Now, outside of the field, we found people both supporting the high school athlete and those who oppose the trans student competing in the girls' sport competition.
No boys and girls sports.
Race against females. If they want to do a special category for transgender students, let them do that. It has nothing to do with the student. It has to do with saving and protecting female sports and standing up for them.
Because the cause that we're here for today, the community is for athletes. And so to try to turn a weekend tournament into a protest is a distraction and a disservice to the students, all of them actually.
Another Harupa Valley High School.
The problem is that that's a slippery slope, and that's very difficult, because even if somebody is transgender, they still have the makeup of what they were born as. They still have the makeup of a boy, and boys still grow up to be. If you're a boy and you a transgender, you still have the bone structure, you still have the muscles, you still have all of that stuff. You're gonna grow into what you were born as, regardless. So is that unfair to the girls? Because I'm pretty sure as boys jump higher than girls. Boys and girls are different in sports and everything. They're different. And I know there's this whole thing where, women can do anything guys can do. Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're doing it as good as guys. Because a perfect example is the NBA. There's nothing that states a woman can't play in the NBA, but she wouldn't last 2 seconds in the NBA. She just wouldn't. Like, that's why we have boys sports and girls sports. That's why we have different categories of sports. So I hear what this guy's saying. Like, listen, and first of all, I don't think there's enough trans athletes to make a high school division of certain things. I don't think there's enough. So I don't think they would ever do it. They probably would never get the backing or the funding to even keep those programs alive. So that would probably never happen. It's a small part of the population. Most people, when it comes to LGBTQ children, that's still a small percentage of the population. That's not a large percentage of the population, despite especially if you live in a big city, New York, if you live in New York, California, you live in a big city in the U.S. A lot of the big cities are probably lean liberal, and they lean more into everything is smooth for everybody. A lot of the red states, they don't want to hear that. They're like, yo, No, you can't. You can't play without girls, man. You were born a boy, and you're trying to, you could be because what they will say is, hey, you couldn't hack it with the girls, so now you go play with you couldn't hack it with the boys, so now you got to play with the girls, so you could be number one. And that's separate. What you're going through, like as a person, is separate from sports. Like you're transitioning as a person. That's one thing, but there's really no lane there's really no lane for transgender people in regards to sports, because if I had a daughter, I'd be like, yeah, that's unfair. like let them have their own little thing. No one's saying you can't be what you want to be, but go be what you want to be. But at the end of the day, let the girls play with the girls and the boys play with the boys. That's it. And a lot of people, and I hear, oh, don't turn it into a protest. Okay, whatever. But you gotta see both sides. You can't just say, oh, don't turn it into a protest. No, these girls have, imagine being a girl, because they're teenagers. So imagine being a teenage girl. You've bust your ass. You've bust your ass. Your entire life, whatever. And then a trans girl comes and just smokes you. Like you would have been the best, but a boy who's transitioning to a girl comes in and just smokes you in the pool, on the basketball court, whatever, on the track and field, smokes you. I know some fast ladies, but listen, when I was growing up, none of them girls was faster than the boys. No, the fastest girl wasn't faster than the fastest boy. Wasn't happening. Nope. Wasn't happening.
Nope.
So listen, boys and girls are just different. Boys are gonna be naturally stronger, and when that puberty hit, boys are gonna be naturally bigger, stronger, faster, everything than girls. Naturally, that's natural. That's how it happens. You mad? Blame God. God did that. So you can't be mad that that's life. That's what happens. But there's really no lane. There's no lane for them. So I don't know what they do. But I know if I had a daughter, I'd be upset. Making a whole protest out of it. Okay, you mad? I get it, but nah. But they obviously they let her play. So, or they let her participate. So hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but yeah, we just need common sense. Common sense, everything's okay. When people start losing their common sense is when bad things start happening. So let's not lose our common sense. But other than that, that is all I got for you guys today. Trying out some live streams, trying out something new. As I said, we will course correct in the air because that's what we do. We will course correct in the air and make sure everything goes how it goes. But that's it. That's all. I'm out.